it's in the light of how your reticular activating system works.
Let's get into the story.
Okay.
So we were invited by our landlord to
No, just by a person.
to this gathering, and Austin was grabbing food, and there was a table of food there, and then there was these two women standing close by, and a plastic glass of red wine, right? Which, as any parent, Paul grabbed it to remove it so that Austin didn't knock it over and spill red wine on a carpet.
I was trying to be considerate.
Yeah, being a considerate parent, right? Anyway, but he picked up the glass like this instead of like this, right?
Like that, yeah.
Which, because he thought it was just drunk and he was going to pack it away.
It was mostly empty.
Yeah, it was small little bit in a plastic cup. And so the woman whose glass it was looked at Paul with utter disgust, utter disgrace, and she was like, "That is disgusting." And she was trying to educate him on how he should be picking up.
That's not how you pick up a glass.
And and her face,
I'm
everything.
50.
She didn't say I'm 50, but
that's what I said. Like, don't tell me how to pick up a glass. She was more like 67. She should know how to behave.
But here's the thing, and I was standing back watching all of this, trying not to like lose it, because Paul's face was just in utter shock, because this woman was a demographic of women that genuinely love and adore Paul.
She probably watches Homeland.
Anyway, like she was right there, but it wasn't just that. Paul is not used to anyone being anything but totally lovely with him.
Yeah,
and
I have a resting nice guy face. I have like resting safe face.
And so he is like so shocked by this, and then anyway he's like, "Come on, Austin, let's get out of here."
No, there's more. I was like, "Would you like me to get you another glass?" And the way she said, "Yes, get me another glass," it was like a demand. So I went to get her another glass of wine, and instead of being generous and like adding like a little more for her, I gave her the exact little skerrig that was
in the one before.
The one that I went like this to.
Which is so funny, because this is so like Paul's always like, water rolls off him like a water off a duck's back. Roll off him. But then he's like, "Austin, let's get out of this room. It's yucky here."
She was engaged in conversation.
It's yucky here.
I was like, "Let's move this area. There's no air. It's like kind of yucky." And I was indirectly talking about the lady's vibe. Directly.
And I'm like just trying not to die laughing, because I'm watching it all go down, and I'm seeing all the factors and all the personalities of it. But the biggest thing for me is I know Paul so well, and he's just so unused to anyone being anything but really kind. Now, he's a kind guy. He's a good guy, and he makes everyone feel seen and loved. So, of course. But this is perfect, and why we wanted to share this story is because Paul's view of the world is that everyone loves him, and the world is beautiful, and the world is his oyster, and he's ready to go. Now, I know he's unique because a lot of people have a different filter, shall we say, of life. Sure. And I'll tell you a bit more about what that filter is. But Paul has this amazing life. And now, it doesn't mean because he had some super easy life, or like he worked hard on farms, teachers didn't like him at school. There was all sorts of things that could have had him view the world differently. But he was also at that pivotal age, I think here at 19, he got picked. Right? And he probably had a hand in creating this because of his outlook on life. But he got picked for a big international modeling agency, and they sent him off, and then he's had success, right? And so his view of the world is based around what's happened to him in his past, right? And so his past has been very loving and kind. So he instead of being a dick, so some people get a lot, but they're kind of dickish about it. And then they get people that are like rubbed against it and like ew, that person's gross. But Paul's just like, oh, the world loves me and I love the world, you know. So he's what actually he's doing, which is mainly being kind of subconscious to Paul, and let me get into the logistics of that, is he has a reticular activated system. We all do. And that is, I'll call it RAS for short. And our RAS is actually filtering how we see the world.
Yeah, like if you are buy a new car and you think it's special, it's like a red Toyota Corolla.
Well, hang on, you can't say a red. You got to say like a pink Ferrari or something crazy, right?
Well, it doesn't matter. All you will see once you buy your car is red Camaros. Or did I say Corolla? Corollas. It's like the thing you're looking for, you see. And so before that, you wouldn't have seen a single.
Yeah, if you're like, I want an olive green, there's like, you know, something unique. If you're like, I want to be special and I want to I've never seen one of these. This car's going to make me feel special. It's going to make me special. And then you go out into the highway and you see 3 of them and you're like, what is happening? Like, I've never seen one in my life. I'm about to buy one and now I see 3. I thought I was special. And that's your reticular activated system. It's because your subconscious processes 11 million bits of data per second. But your conscious, your filter, your RAS, can only process 50. So 50 against 11 million is a big gap, right?
Yeah.
And so Paul's filter is the world loves me. The world is my oyster. The world's ready to give me. But most people's filter is like, people hate me. I'm the awkward one. Like whatever.
All men are crap.
Yeah.
There's not like money doesn't grow on trees. It's sort of
all the things that you were like bred, like that your environment bred into you, like money doesn't grow on trees. Everyone heard that at some point, you know.
It actually does, because paper is from trees. So, they're lying from the beginning.
They're lying. But yeah, so all of these things, all of these belief structures were built in, and that is creating your filter. Those 50 bits that you actually see out of the 11 million is what's creating your world. So when you look at people that you're like, oh, they're so lucky. Everything's so lucky. No, luck isn't something that you like were born into. It is something you practice. And when you know how to wire your filter to have more of what you want, you get more of what you want. You become the lucky one. That's what's so cool about this stuff. And so anyway, if you want to know more about it, if you're like, I want to know how to change my filter, I want to be lucky, I want to be charmed like Paul Green, then
unless you tell me how to pick up a glass.
Unless we're discussed. But that's why we told this story. Is because it was so out of his.
It was like a glitch in the Matrix.
The glitch,
I was like, what?
Like it's like, what is happening? And
why
his
is she
face,
acting like that?
His face. I wish you saw his face. It was the greatest thing. It's stuff like this makes me brings me so much joy, because watching his brain try and process this, because his filter is like, this doesn't happen to me. What is happening right now? His brain couldn't process it because it's so out of the matrix. It's so out of his filter for someone to act like that to him.
Yeah. Let me brag about you for 1 second. Then I have to go get our boy on a bike.
Okay.
So Kate has her master's in NLP, which is a neuroscience-y thing called neurolinguistic programming, NLP, and she also is she's also a Tony Robbins strategic intervention coach, and she created this amazing process called the identity code that helps you train your RAS, this thing we're talking about,
amongst many other things,
to focus on what you want and to really create and attract and design the life that you really deserve and want and have been maybe trying to create your whole life.
And remove all of the subconscious patterning, all of the belief structures that don't really serve you, that were given to you by borrowed sources, whatever environment you grew up in, whether you had a mean teacher or were bullied at school, or you had issues with your parents, or you were the kid that was left out of school. All of these things program you to what you deserve today. And that can be unprogrammed. You can be who you're born to be. So if this is interesting, common identity.
I wasn't finished bragging about
but I want to say common identity.
I had so much more to share.
Keep telling me about me?
Kate created this amazing system that she's taken many, many, many women through. How many would you say? Several hundred? No, through the identity code.
Oh, the identity code is a brand. Basically, I created this program last year based on the culmination of the thousands of people we've worked with, and I'm constantly trying to find what is the key to unlock people to get them the life that they want. I'm always looking at the lens of that, and I was like blood work. Like I've done all the things, and this is it. This is it.
Hacking your subconscious or your program and understanding your identities in a sense, like not trying to change with willpower or harder work, but actually you shift your identity. And she created a system of technology to do that, which is called the identity code. So if you comment identity on any of these platforms, you will get a link to join. She has a masterclass tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's 11 a.m. Pacific.
What date is that?
2 p.m. 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern, and Workout Mountains and all that, all that sort of stuff.
Tomorrow, May 28th, 11 Pacific, and then she will be walking you through a short, a free masterclass and giving you some really amazing things you can take with you to start unpacking your identity and this phenomenal thing so you can train your filter, your RAS, your reticular activating system, not just to see more of what you want, but how to actually create your life with that.
Yeah, right? Because if your filter is filtering for all the things you want rather than the things that you don't want,
right?
Guess what you get more of?
Yes.
The things you want.
Most people focus on what they don't want, and they actually weirdly get more of that.
Yeah, which is not fun.
And this world is so magical and incredible to create from, because you're creating from the future, not just trying to fix the past or overcome your past. You actually are really creating something dynamic and unique. That's the most you've probably ever been.
Yeah.
And that's
that you were born to be. Everyone knows they were born to be something. Everyone feels like if they're not in their potential, if they're not where they know they could be, should be, want to be, that's because you're not being exactly who you're born to be. You're trying to live your life by someone else's terms or what they think you should be or program. Sure. And so if you keep reaching a level and then blowing it up or like not sabotaging yourself, not getting, like, whether it's in relationships, your health, whether it's your purpose or your finances, your career, all of these factors, like if any of those are out of balance, then comment identity. And even so, by the way, if you can't I know I'm doing it during work hours. Why am I doing that? I'm at my best. I don't want to be doing it late hours. So if you are working during that time, which a lot of people will be, you can comment identity and we send a replay the same day. So you'll be able to watch it that evening. So you'll get it all. You just want to get to ask me questions. But you can email me questions. It's like, fine. We'll give you all the things.
And if the identity doesn't work, go to freedom-alchemist.com and there will be a pop-up there that'll give you a thing. And you have to register for this one. And then you'll get an email on how to do it. So do that now and Kate will see you tomorrow at 11.
Yeah. So identity, whether you're watching this in the replay, whether you're watching this here, identity, but the identity and you'll get all the details.
And share it with somebody who you also maybe would like to help get unstuck a bit.
Do it together. It's way more fun.
Okay.